What's up, Leo? Welcome to Scope Queen Intuition. This is your December monthly reading. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in Leo. Let's see what you guys need to know. All right, for the month of December. What messages do your spirit guides, the universe, have for you at this time? You guys know we're going to start out with what you need to surrender. Okay, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to work on within yourself throughout December? Okay, last month of the year. So we got to go out with a bang, right? Let's see. Okay, what do you need to surrender? Right, surrender low self-esteem. It says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem, okay? So whatever you've been telling yourself that you're not worthy of, you're not deserving of, it's time to shake that, right? Because we're going into 2026, so you got to step in that confidence, and that's your power. That's your God-given power, Leo, is confidence, right? Being able to shine, being able to exude that energy. So some of you guys are not radiating in your own power as a Leo. And so you're going to have to tap into that by clearing out anything that is, keeping your self-esteem low, okay? Telling you that you can't have it. Maybe you don't feel that confidence that you should, but it's time for you to get into that, okay? Like I said, you deserve success, love, and abundance. So set those intentions that come 2026, you're going to have it, okay? At the bottom, you have surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So for some of you guys, that could be the issue, okay? You're putting off things because of your self-esteem, right? A lot of times that's where that fear kick in, and we'll put things off that we should be working on because we don't have the confidence to go ahead and step out there. And so a lot of times that's where that procrastination comes in those aspects. When it comes to you working on your goals and knowing what you deserve, it takes you to take that action to get to that success, right? And so if you're not taking that action, you're putting things off. A lot of times it could be you not really having the confidence to go ahead and step out there and take that first step. All right. Let's see what else. What else do we have for Leo? What else do we have for Leo? Look at that. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Which fixed sign is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. So it's that fixed sign energy. Maybe your moon may be in Leo. Okay, or you may have a fixed sign moon placement. All right, but hold your vision, right? Whatever it is you're trying to do, hold on to it. And the first thing to hold on to it is you got to know that you're worthy of it, right? You got to believe in and know that you're worthy of it to even hold on to it enough to say, hey, I'm going to keep hold of this vision because I know it's mine. I know I can do it. So that's the energy you guys got to work on throughout this month. Shake this energy off. So come 2026, you guys are ready. Okay, you are ready for whatever you're meant to have. It's time to stop putting your goals off. Believe and know that 2026 is going to be your year, okay? Let's see what self-care practices you guys need to work on. You have received, okay? You're being asked, look at that. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Look at that. So not only do you guys got to recognize that you're worthy, start taking that action to go after those things you're deserving of, but receive it. Be open to it when the universe gives it to you, right? That's another way your self-esteem can get in the way, because when it's time to take opportunities, that part of you that tells you you're not worthy, you might not be able to do it, you might not be able to keep it, all those things come and will block those blessings that the universe is trying to get you to be open to receive. Okay, beautiful message here, beautiful message. Let's see what else you guys have for what do you need to do to take care of yourself. Assault denial. Okay, what else do we have here? kindness. Be guided by your heart. Let go of logic and rationality. Yeah, you guys are trying to be too logical with certain things. You need to let your heart guide you. Sometimes things just don't make sense, right? But if your heart is telling you to go a certain direction, sometimes you just have to follow it, right? And as you start to go on that path, you'll start to see why you felt led to go a certain way. So, you know, and I feel like this is about being kind to yourself, right? Not being as hard on yourself, showing yourself kindness, um, being a little bit more, I guess, considerate of your own heart and what it is that you want, and what it is that you feel. Treat your own self with kindness. That's another way to elevate that self-esteem, because the more you feed yourself love and understanding and consideration and mercy and all those things, the more the universe will bring those people that will show that to you. Okay, so I love it. Love your journey at the bottom. Be open to the idea of loving you. Look at that, guys. I don't know who this message is for, but spirit is not missing here. Okay, it's not missing. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get into your main messages here. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have for Leo, Spirit? What else does Leo need to know for December? Peace. Peace. As you finding peace within yourself. Freedom. The more you find peace within yourself, guys, the freer you'll be. So a lot of these issues that you're feeling within is a lack of peace, right? It's a lack of clarity within yourself. It's a lack of acceptance and awareness within yourself, right? Because when you're aware of yourself, there's no room for low self-esteem. Even your flaws, you know what your flaws are, right? You know what your shortcomings are. So you accept them and you embrace them, and the way you overcome that is to work on those, right? To face those weaknesses that you feel like you have. And sometimes what we consider a weakness is not an actual weakness, right? So it just depends, guys. You just have to, go within a little bit more so you can free whatever this is inside of you that feels trapped, okay? That part of you that makes you feel caged in, that tells you can't do something, you can't break away. You're not going to have this opportunity, or this is not going to last. All those things you tell yourself, you got to dig deep to find that peace within you, okay? Look at that. Lighten your load. And clarity. What did I just say? So I just said the more clarity you get, the more you have understanding as to what you need to do to kind of clear this energy. And when it's saying lighten your load, this could be a physical load, like you got a lot going on, but I'm also getting the energy of this is more of a emotional load that you need to unload at this time, okay? And Spirit is telling you, in order to get the blessings that you guys want, there's certain things that you have to get off your shoulders. Okay, so let's see what this peace is. What is this peace energy here, Spirit? Peace. That's what you guys want, okay? And that peace, everything here is just really just full circle here, okay? How one thing impacts another, how working on one thing will help another. Let's see what this peace is. What are you looking for peace for? What is this peace coming to you? Four of Cups. Feeling disconnected, discontent, and boredom. Okay, so I feel like you guys are maybe going to be more at peace with, I'm feeling like missed opportunities, right? Things that you feel like you missed out on or you didn't get a chance to do. You're making peace with it, right? I feel like you guys are also making peace with yourself, clearing out those disconnects, those moments where you just reflect on everything that makes you feel this low self-esteem energy, okay? Like, look at the man in the card here. Okay. And at the bottom here, you have the Six of Swords, leaving behind, moving forward, distance ahead. So you're leaving all those disappointments. This is more of energetic here. You're making peace with yourself, with all those things that you probably, you spent a lot of time thinking about. You thought of, put too much energy into thinking about actually, until it has disrupted your peace here. Let's see what else we have here. Strength in the reverse. Courage, confidence, inner power. You see that, guys? The more you find that strength, that confidence, the more you're going to find that internal peace. There's not really much more for me to say about that, okay? And that's your energy, Leo energy, okay? First zodiac that has come out, which is your sign. So strong, strong message for you. What's this freedom here? Freedom. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is you slowing yourself up, right? This is you holding back. Six of Cups in the reverse. Needing to, in order for you guys to free yourself, guys, you're going to have to stop thinking about the past, right? You're going to have to stop thinking about those things that you feel like you were slowed down in, or you didn't move at the pace you should have moved. You got to let go of certain things. You could be holding on to an earth energy here, but this is a lot of childhood memories. With this Six of Cups in the reverse, it says nostalgia, memories, past, and sentiment. So this is you needing to release, guys. Like I said, some things that may have happened to you in your childhood. Maybe some things you dealt with. Could have been bullying that affected your self-esteem. Maybe just feeling like you didn't have a good start when it came to your financial situations. Okay. Seven of Swords in the reverse. It says hiding and avoiding, lying and trickery, deception and cunning. So this is you guys releasing anybody that has done you wrong, right? That has deceived you, that has manipulated you in some way, done you wrong, said things about you or behind your back that has affected you. It's about letting it go to lighten your own load, okay? What else do we have here? What's this lighten your load? Five of Pentacles, hardships and loss, isolation, abandonment, unemployed and struggle. So some of you guys might be having, like I said, some financial issues, okay? But this is you guys feeling overwhelmed, maybe because you are in a place where you're not making the finances that you want to make. You're carrying this load of isolation, abandonment. Like I told you, unemployed and struggle. I told you may be holding on to past situations where maybe as a child you guys struggle. You had to go without. And so a lot of that has embedded in you at once upon a time having to be in lack. It has taken root here, okay? And so sometimes we feel like, oh, well, that's all I've had. How can I be any different from anyone else in my family? All kind of things that you need to release off your shoulders, guys. You have to. Yeah, look at that. Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles here. Leaving behind, moving forward again. Six of Pentacles, generosity and charity, support and sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. I see someone giving to you, someone being very generous, however that may look. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, yeah, see? Efforts and success, achievement, independence, and self-sufficiency. You guys are worried about not being able to sustain on your own, which is really blocking you in certain aspects. Let's see what this clarity is here. I love the way happiness is behind clarity. Yeah, because the more you get that clarity about what your blockages are, then the happier you'll be. The more you accept you and change those things you don't accept, the happier you'll be. Okay? Clarity. Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Eight of Pentacles. You're going to get some clarity when it comes to boundaries and releasing, loss and disappointment. Four of Pentacles says possessiveness, boundaries and limits, hoarding and holding, insecurities and stingy. Five of Cups, loss and grief, disappointment, blinded to love. And then you have Eight of Pentacles, commitment, dedication, work, and effort. So you're going to get a lot of clarity when it comes to those things you need to work on, those things you need to release. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get a energy oracle message here. Message do we have here? Message do we have here for Leo? Victory in the reverse. And you got door to personal healing and happiness in the reverse at the bottom. Okay, so let's see what this is here. All right, so victory, number 28. Okay, so victory in the reverse, because you guys are not feeling pretty victorious right now. Okay, so victory in the reverse says, now it means success and achievement, but the victory card reverse signals a delay or reversal in a hoped for outcome, whether it's in personal change or external achievement. Success may have been eluding you for some time, but don't despair. But don't despair. I lost my place, guys. You may need to restructure things, reevaluate, or release one specific outcome and set your sights on another. Whatever's going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. And ain't that what this is about, guys? Peaceful surrender, right? Surrendering over to those things that's taking your peace, because no matter who you are, your peace has to come from within. No matter what battles you deal with, your level of peace is what determines how you deal with those battles. Okay, so your affirmation for this says, I'm achieving great things within myself and in the world. I see myself as a success in many wonderful ways even now. Look at that, guys. How more on point could that card be for what this reading has been about? Okay, so let's see what door to personal healing and happiness is here in the reverse, number 34. So this card reverse says, it means new beginnings in your personal life, but when it's reversed, it says you may be feeling stuck where your personal intentions are concerned. Self-mastery and discipline may be hard to achieve right now, or specific plans for personal change may be being blocked. Remember that your intentions need to be clear and unconflicted. Whatever you're working on, you need to know that you are capable of achieving it and that you deserve it. Look at that. Put your heart into the plans and changes you desire and realize that you are worth your own time and effort. The new beginnings you seek will come with your own focus and patient determination. The affirmation says, I am strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. Look at that, guys. I love it. I love it. Let me get a few life and career messages, guys, and then that will be your reading. Make sure you take those affirmations down, okay? Say those to yourself every day, okay? Okay, here we have reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. So a lot of this reflecting you're doing, guys, is, like I said, those disappointments you had, reflect on them, and go back and realize, hey, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. So I'm not going to do this. At this point, I think I'm going to do this here. Reflect and see what you can do. Even if you didn't like certain things, you didn't like the way it go, take that and see what you can do differently, okay? Then you have short term. This position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. So whatever it is you're doing, guys, it's short term. Keep working. Something that you want that's going to be long term, that's going to be stable, that's going to help you release some of this load off as well when it comes to your financial burdens. It's coming, okay? It's crazy because you got give and take at the bottom. Be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires. I told you, I do get an energy that someone's going to be showing you kindness, and you also will be showing others kindness as well. But like I said, also showing yourself that kindness. Let's see what else you have. The more you display that to yourself, the more the universe is going to send people that's going to do and be kind to you. Do kind things and be kind to you, says the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. All right, so if you guys know you have the gift, then you need to use it, okay? Maybe you don't have the confidence. Maybe that's where your self-esteem is low when it comes to your spiritual gifts. All right. Innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. Okay. And at the bottom, which is the last card for you guys, it says progress. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. Okay. All right. So let's let you know, guys, that stay on course with what you're doing right now with working on yourself before you make some major changes. Because you need those things internally to be in alignment, right? To attract what it is that you want. So keep working on you. All right. And keep loving you and keep pouring into you. And the more you do that, the universe is going to show you tenfold, okay, how that energy comes back. All right, so that was your reading, Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that was food for your soul. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, guys, and I'll see you next time.